Breakups are hard, but what if I told you there might still be hope? Have you ever noticed small actions or behaviors from your ex that made you wonder, do they still care? Today, we're diving deep into the signs that your ex might not have completely moved on. Stick around till the end, because you might just recognize some of these signals in your own situation. The subtle reconnection attempts. Let's start with one of the most telling signs. Your ex tries to reconnect. It might not always be as direct as a phone call or a message saying they miss you. Instead, it could be subtle. Maybe they're liking your old photos on social media or replying to your stories with casual comments. Why would they be doing this if they were over you? Often, these are attempts to open a door for conversation without fully committing to vulnerability. But here's the catch. Don't jump to conclusions just yet. This could also be out of habit or curiosity. Pay attention to consistency. If they frequently engage with you online or go out of their way to start a conversation, it's a stronger sign they still care. They bring up the past. Another major clue is when your ex reminisces about the good times you shared. Do they bring up that road trip you took together or mention how much they miss certain inside jokes? This could be a sign they're holding on to those positive memories, unable to fully let go. However, tread carefully here. Bringing up the past doesn't always mean they want to get back together. It could also be their way of processing the breakup. But if they do it frequently and in a way that highlights how much they miss those moments, it's worth noting. They're curious about your life. Here's another behavior to watch for. They're overly interested in your life. Maybe they ask your mutual friends about you or directly ask how you're doing. They might not even be subtle about it. Perhaps they're checking in to see if you're dating someone new or how you're handling things. This curiosity often stems from unresolved feelings. It shows they're thinking about you and might still care deeply about your well-being. It's a sign that, emotionally, they haven't completely closed the chapter on your relationship. Mixed signals and hot and cold behavior. Let's talk about something that can feel frustrating. Mixed signals. One day, they seem distant, and the next, they're overly friendly or emotional. This hot and cold behavior often points to internal conflict. On the one hand, they might want to move on, but on the other, their feelings for you keep pulling them back. If this resonates with your situation, remember that this behavior doesn't mean they're playing games. It often reflects their confusion or struggle to navigate lingering emotions. It's important to approach this with patience and understanding, but also maintain your boundaries. They haven't moved on. Sometimes, the most obvious sign is that your ex hasn't moved on. Maybe they're not seeing anyone new or have openly said they're not ready to date. While this doesn't automatically mean they're waiting for you, it does indicate that they're still processing the relationship. And if they've told you that you were the one that got away, well, that's as direct as it gets. They're overly emotional around you. Have you noticed your ex getting emotional when they see you or talk to you? Maybe they bring up unresolved feelings during conversations or seem to get upset when talking about the breakup. These reactions often indicate they're not entirely over you. Emotions are tricky, and if they still feel deeply, whether it's sadness, regret, or even frustration, it's a clear sign they still care. They go out of their way to help you. Here's a big one. Your ex goes out of their way to be there for you. Maybe they offer to help with something you're struggling with or show up unexpectedly during tough times. These gestures often reveal that they still care about your happiness and well-being. People don't usually go out of their way for someone they no longer care about, especially after a breakup. So, if your ex is still putting in effort to make your life easier, it's worth paying attention to. They apologize or express regret. Apologies can be a huge sign that your ex still cares. If they've taken the time to acknowledge their mistakes and express regret, it shows they're reflecting on the relationship. This doesn't always mean they want to reconcile, but it does indicate they value you and the connection you shared. They're still single despite opportunities. Have you noticed that your ex is still single even though they've had opportunities to date? This could mean they're not ready to let go of what you had together. They might be waiting to see if there's a chance for reconciliation or simply not finding anyone who compares to you. What does it all mean? Alright, so you've noticed some of these signs in your ex. What now? It's important to approach this carefully. Just because your ex shows signs of caring doesn't mean reconciliation is the right path. Think about what you want and whether the issues that led to the breakup can truly be resolved. Take your time to reflect. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, communication, and shared goals. If those pieces are missing, Even the strongest feelings might not be enough to rebuild what was lost. At the end of the day, relationships are complicated, and so are emotions. Whether your ex still cares or not, the most important thing is focusing on your growth and happiness. If they truly care and want to make things work, their actions will show it clearly over time. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights into relationships and personal growth. See you in the next video.